What an extraordinary race here then in Catalunya. Starting from pole position, Fabio Quartararo got away well ahead of Jack Miller and Johann Zarco, but just as Miller started to get his Ducati wound up, he was able to pass the Frenchman on the approach into turn 1 to lead and take the whole shot ahead of Miguel Oliveira. Oliveira then shot through into second place to put Quartararo down to third. Mir got a great start. He was up to fourth ahead of Aleix Espargaro. Zarco moved back a couple of places. Vinales as well. Brad Binder was there as well as Pecco Bagnaia. A mistake by Quartararo allowed Mir and Aleix Espargaro to come back through. And further back, Marc Marquez was also getting busy, climbing all the way up to sixth at one point. Bit of contact there from Binder. Marc Marquez, however, the dream ended of his first top six on his return, crashing out at turn 10. Further back then, Aleix Espargaro joined him at the turn 10 club, crashing out of his home race. His brother did the same thing. Out front, Quartararo patiently waited, managed to make his move to go back out into P1, but on the start-finish straight, Oliveira managed to get back past, and then some real interesting moments occurred in the race. Mir fell back into the hands of the Ducatis. Maverick Vinales closed up on the group. Then there was a problem at some stage for Fabio Quartararo and his airbag, we believe. Zarco started closing on him, passed him into turn 1. Fabio Quartararo's levers at this stage were open. He went straight on through the penalty loop, but the rules state, of course, he had to give up that a second and say he would drop down to third. There'll be some question marks over whether or not he should have been black flagged as well with letters open. We'll let everybody else work that one out later on. But in the end, what a majestic performance from Miguel Oliveira. The ride of his life here in Barcelona. What a win for him and for KTM here in 2021. This championship is alive and kicking. Quartararo holds on to his lead, 17 the difference now. Miller moves up to third overall as well, ahead of teammate Pecco Bagnaia as we head into Germany. Stay tuned, we've got Moto2 coming up next and Moto E following. Welcome back to Barcelona. We'll be starting Moto2 coverage soon. They've moved on from the 80s and 90s now in the grandstands. We've got a bit of Ollie Murs playing now as the fans await the intermediate class action, which is next up on our schedule. Then Moto E as well, so stay tuned for that. The Moto E race, I believe it's going to be 6 or 7 laps. They were making that decision this morning, depending on weather. But Moto2 is up next, where Remy Gardner will start from pole position, of course, alongside his teammate Raul Fernandez.